Folks, we have the always colourful, forever animal person, Shawn Hawes in the house. Woo!
Hi,
Hi, Shawn. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, Vanessa?
Yeah, all right. It's a Friday. The sun's shining. It's not too, blistering, so it's all right. How's it with you? Where are you now?
It's very warm and sunny out here as well. I mean, it's a little earlier in the day than it is for you, but it's very nice. It's been very temperate this week.
Very nice. Very, very good. So I mentioned that you are an always colourful, always animal person. Why don't you give our audience a bit of an introduction to you?
I am a very artistic person. I paint pet portraits in my spare time, and I like to do different types of artwork and drawing. I had my own animal rescue for a while, and at one point I had six of my own dogs. But yeah, and I have some cats, and I've even rescued squirrels and rabbits and deer. So yes, I worked in the veterinary industry for 11 years. And prior to that, I actually was in the construction industry.
Interesting. So clearly your background's not digital advertising and your passion is very much about animals and colours.
Mhm.
What's the weirdest kind of situation you've ever been in with your animal rescue, or like the strangest rescue that you've ever had?
I actually was able to there was an English Bull Terrier that was dropped in a shelter in St. Martin in the Caribbean. And it was on the French side, which is they do not allow bull breed animals. So I was able to get in contact with people on the island, get the dog smuggled overnight onto the Dutch side of the island, and then we got him on a plane within the next day and flew him into Miami and got him his forever home.
Oh,
Uh,
oh.
so yeah, that was like a big adventure, and I've reached out to people all over the United States and actually all over the world. I have a friend of mine that actually they saw a picture of a bull terrier in one of the I'm not sure which country it was. I'm feeling like it was Korea, but it was in one of those cages, the you know what I'm talking about. And they were able somehow to get translators and get at least that one dog over to the United States. And she lived I think she recently passed away, but she lived her life out here in the state of Virginia.
Oh my
Um,
gosh. Thank you
so
so
yeah.
much for the work that you do for pets around the world.
And I've met lots of people all over the world doing the rescue. I mean, tons of friends in the UK because of the breed specific that I like to save. But I mean, I've got friends in South Africa and Italy and Germany, and all over social media really makes the world a much smaller place. So it's
Mhm.
really fun.
And you mentioned that you do a lot of pet portraits as well.
Hmm.
How many have been commissioned and have you done?
Oh, I think I've probably done at least 60 commissioned ones. At least, and then I've got paintings all throughout my house. I just paint pictures of my animals and flowers and things like that. So yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's incredible. Um, so why don't we just turn this around to Tag for a second? So what exactly do you do at Tag?
I'm the financial controller with TAG, so I'm currently in the process of taking over this position as our financial director, Mark Goldman, is retiring. And so I'm learning all the ropes and getting all of the good bits of information and schooling from him. So he's working alongside of me. I'm taking over all of the things, the bills, bill payments, the accounts receivable, the budgeting, and financial reporting and so forth.
Amazing. And how are you finding Tag so far?
I have not been this happy in a job in uh, 15 years. And I've run into people in the last couple of months and said, what's going on? You look fantastic, you look happy. And I said, because I'm finally where I feel like I was meant to be.
That's a pretty big statement.
Yeah, yeah.
Pretty big statement. And it shows like the importance of having a healthy work and um home life, right?
Yes, yes, and, I was the last several years have been difficult with work-life balance and some toxic work environments, and finding tag and meeting everyone and getting to work with everyone. I mean, we just have so much fun. We get a lot of really important work done, but we also, get to laugh and smile and, appreciate the good things. And so it's been a huge weight off of my shoulders and just a bright light. I get excited to do my work. I'm excited to do my job.
Amazing. Oh, that's so incredible to hear. You mentioned at the top of the chat that, you know, your previous history, you were, in the animal veterinary world for quite some time, and then before that in construction. And I'm assuming this is your first foray in digital advertising or working for a business that's in digital advertising, right?
Yes, yes.
In your perspective, what do you think the impact of tag has been so far? What is your understanding so far?
Have to say that, I am still learning
Hmm.
exactly what tag does, and I'm finding it really interesting and noticing things in the news, and different clips, and being able to relate those things.
Yes.
I'm like, "Oh, that's what we do," because it's been harder to describe to my, friends and, people I speak with, because I'm coming from a veterinary background, and different types of backgrounds that aren't within this, whole advertising world. And
Yeah.
so being able to say, "Oh, that clip on The Daily Show had to do with what we're dealing with right now," and I don't know if you saw it, but it was amazing.
So this is essentially your second membership organization.
Yes.
Well, right. What is it from your experience in terms of membership organizations and in the spirit of community have you seen that's, you know, garnered the best type of engagement between members?
The conventions and the different events, that really brings people together. Also, with the previous association, we did a lot of webinars and that type of thing, but they held different seminars and conventions to teach people and bring them up to date on different educational type things. And even in the veterinary industry, they have their own trade associations.
Right.
And so I attended a couple of those while I was with CVCA. And so I got to see it from that perspective as well, and see a lot of the different vet med vendors and that type of stuff. And there was all lots of different educational CE opportunities, and that's where everyone came to get all of their CE creds for the season. And this different sponsored social events, and parties and happy hours and that type of thing. So it was also a very social thing and brought people together for networking and connection.
Okay, so thinking about, being on the other side of this situation, you being a member of a trade organization, previously with your veterinary um, role, what was it about that business that made you want to stay as an active member within that trade association?
The networking, the educational opportunities, and just keeping up to date with the different aspects of the field, and learning from each other, the different tools and tricks and new initiatives and so forth.
In terms of the networking aspect and working together with the community and other members, I'm assuming that was also a very important.
It was very, very important. I mean, it is kind of it's something that everyone looks forward to every year, and there are multiple ones within the veterinary community, and it's just a way for the people to get together and talk about the, you know, hot topics of the day, and you know, work together for, you know, different initiatives together. And you know, if you see a problem, let's put our heads together and see what we can do about this. Or, you know, I've got this idea, what can you help contribute, and see, you know, how we can make something like this happen. And you know, the ideas, and it's kind of, you know, just sort of a idea fest where everybody's able to like communicate that way, and just having the social interaction and camaraderie as well.
Which is, you know, why for TAG it's so important for our members to make sure that they dig their teeth into all of the working groups that we've got. Make sure you book your tickets for State of the Fight in October, and make sure you keep up to date with all of our newsletters, the Tag Today, which comes out monthly, and also the working group briefs as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'm very excited for State of the Fight, where I get to see everybody in person.
So we're actually coming towards the end of our interview and our little chat, and we end with TAG's 10 questions. So these are 10 questions that's got nothing to do with digital advertising and all just about your own personal preference, Shawn. So
Okay.
are you ready?
Go for it.
What is your favorite sandwich?
A Reuben.
Oh, what's a Reuben?
You don't know what a Reuben is? It's toasted rye with corned beef, sauerkraut, Swiss cheese, and Thousand Island dressing.
Oh, Swiss. Oh, okay. That's interesting. I've never heard
Yeah.
of it before. It's not part of Tag's 10 questions, but I'll take that into.
Okay, well, we'll have to get you one in New York at State of the Fight.
Perfect. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'll take it. Flying car or teleportation?
Teleportation.
Okay. Speaking all languages or speak to animals?
Ooh. I feel like I can already sort of empathize and understand animals, so let's all languages.
Okay. Going to a gig in person or going to a sports game in person?
A gig.
Yes, I agree. I totally agree. On the same line here.
I mean,
What
I love me some soccer, but and American football, but music is top notch.
Oh yeah, absolutely, hands down. What podcast are you listening to at the moment?
Um, The Daily Show.
Mm-hmm. Are you a hot or a cold person?
I like the summertime. I like it hot.
What is your go-to film?
Um, Interstellar.
Great choice. It's been a while since I've seen Interstellar, actually.
It's fantastic. It's just so deep and fantastic. I love it.
You have to be really in like the right mindset to watch that sort of film. Like in my opinion, I have a
Yeah,
registered attention span, so you know
yeah.
what that do me. But anyway, tune or playlist you put on when you're doing the house chores.
I have a playlist that my best friend and I just started plugging all of our songs into. So it goes anywhere from country to reggae to pop and some rap and all kinds of things in there. And so yeah, it's just a mix of everything.
Diverse. Sounds great.
Mhm.
Are you a texter or a caller?
It depends. I text a lot, but there's nothing better than having a really good long phone conversation with someone as well.
And the last one, what is the best form of potato?
Oh, potatoes are the best. I make a really mean mashed potato and gravy. That's one of my favorites. But potatoes, you can't go wrong, period.
Right, okay. So what do you put in your mashed potato?
I make them with sour cream, an extreme amount of butter, and I whip them up really good, and then put like the best gravy on top.
Interesting that you put sour cream in there because I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, it gives them more. They taste a little bit more like a baked potato, and but the cream gives them a much more creamy, rich texture.
See, David also said mashed potato, and I asked him what does he put in his mashed potato. He said cream and chives, and I said you don't put cream in mashed potatoes. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, you do. It's just a richer, heavier form of the milk, you know, because that makes them creamy. But yeah, so I've used whipping cream as well, but the sour cream just has a little bit more flavor.
I really disagree this notion of putting cream in mashed potato because you got the butter. All you need is milk.
Oh no, no, no! It makes it
Oh,
so it's decadent. They're just decadent with the cream.
no, I totally disagree. Sour cream, that's a different ball game. That's an interesting concept. But heavy whipping cream or heavy cream, no, absolutely no way. Anyway, thank you so much, Shawn. Great to chat with you, and I will see you super, super soon.
Okay, yeah, great to see you.